Okay, great. Not that I love attention or anything, but here we are. I just want to say welcome to this event. It is really something special. As you all know, it took quite a while to get to this point, and I want to just thank you on behalf of our community. We get many, many emails in our city council, but one of the things that we get a lot of is what's happening on this corner. And we wanted it to be something bold and audacious when Sansom first came to us. And I think, Deborah, you were talking to Sansom, bringing him here. Then it turned over to the Martin Group. And Justin, finally, just the perseverance and the dedication that you put to this, because it is going to be something that really changes San Leandro, changes our footprint. So now I'm going to go to my talking points because, I never read my talking points, and I've got to do that. So I would like to welcome everyone here. I'd like to introduce members of our city council, Corina Lopez, who you'll be hearing from soon because this is her district, Brian Acevedo, Deborah Cox, and Vice Mayor Pete Ballou. We also have our city manager, Fran Robustelli, our police chief, Abdul Pridgen, and then most of the other people you see are people from our city who are actually the people who work to bring this to fruition. They're the people who, sweated all the small stuff and made all the phone calls and just really helped get this here. We also have Morgan Mack-Rose from our downtown keeping us together, and Emily Grego from our chamber. So welcome to the ceremony. After so many delays, we're finally here. San Leandro has a great track record of approving housing, but this is going to be a game changer. We're always trying to get different kinds of housing in our city. We've done really well on the low-income housing, but so far not as well for market rate and so forth. So we're really trying to get our housing built near transit that makes this more excitable, that adds energy to the corner. And that's what this project's going to do. It's going to bring economic benefits. We're going to see increased sales and property taxes, over $5 million in impact fees. And you know that the city council loves to have more funds coming in because we find all kinds of ways to spend it. So we really do thank you for doing this, but mainly, and I'm going off script here, we just thank you for investing in our city because we love our city, we believe in our city, all of our communities here, and now you're going to be part of our city and part of what makes San Leandro so special. So I really, really appreciate you being here, and now I'll introduce our Corina Lopez, who is the council member for this district.
Thank you very much, and good good morning? It's still, thank you, Deborah. Put this up, can you hear me okay? Okay, great. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here. As the mayor said, everybody who's here had an important part in this, really community victory. The constituents are really excited for what's going to happen. There's a lot of energy, and the community development department is just really hitting it out of the park these days, and all the things that are happening in San Leandro. I want to thank very much the developer, Justin, where are you? There you are, for keeping to it and really coming to this community, investing in our community. It's been a long time coming, and we've had this dream and vision for well over a decade, and you are actually helping us realize that dream and vision here in San Leandro. You're the first one to put money into the ground and say we want to have a mixed-use development. This particular mixed-use development is 197 residential units. There'll be 2 levels of parking, a ground floor retail, and a specialty grocer. And I think most people have pretty much figured it out, what's going to be here. The long vacant CVS Long Drugs location is being transformed into the first true mixed-use project in downtown San Leandro. The Centro Callan project is the culmination of over 15 years of planning. Has anybody been here for the whole 15 years? Oh, okay. You've been here for the whole 15 years, Emily. Emily Gray, I want to also thank you also for all your steadfast support and loyal, advocacy for getting this project done, and many of these kinds of projects done in the community. And so it was identified as a key opportunity development site in 2007 in the downtown TOD strategy. And I do remember those meetings. I remember attending those meetings. And wow, I was a lot thinner back then. Development of the site activates a property of the vital downtown intersection that has been vacant over 7 years. So this has been truly, it's been an eyesore, frankly, for 7 years now, and it's going to be really beautiful, and the external facade is going to be very beautiful. Thanks very much to BDE Architecture. Are you here? Can you raise your hand? Okay, they're here in spirit. They'll feature contemporary design with stucco, painted white, light gray, and dark blue wood-like panels, metal screens, and glazed windows. A public mural will also wrap around the building at Chumalia and East 14th. The building will include a mix of studio, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units. So 3 bedroom units means family housing. Families are going to live here in the downtown area. And that's really fantastic, right? And it's a perfect site, just because of its walkability to all the things that are here in the downtown area. There are going to be 10 affordable units constructed, which is I think is just an amazing thing. And again, I want to thank the developer very much for bringing that opportunity to 10 families that could also be part of the American dream right here in our downtown community. And $400,000 will be contributed to the city's Affordable Housing Trust Fund. And what we will do with that money, or future councils will do with that money, is pull the money together and then have more affordable and availabilities for housing, which is so sorely needed here in the Bay Area and throughout the state. A public plaza will be located at the intersection of East 14th and Callan. A landscaped interior courtyard will include areas for sitting, picnicking, and playing games, which is amazing because it'll be a there place here. It won't just be like a strip mall of some sort. It'll be a place where people will want to find respite in a busy suburban setting, and just sit down and have some coffee and commune with friends. And it'll be nice because it'll be outside, so it'll be safe, for all people. And there's a small roof deck will be located on the northwest corner of the building, and then tenants will have access to a dog park and wash facilities, an exercise room, a club room, conference rooms, and bike and package lockers. So thank you, everybody who's here today. We're so excited, and we can't wait for the remainder of the program. Thank you.
And with that, Morgan, you're up. And you'll introduce what you do and all.
Introduce myself?
With Leah and all.
Oh, okay. Good morning. My name is Morgan Mack-Rose. I'm the Executive Director of the Downtown Community Benefit District. And I prepared some notes that I struggled to get printed this morning because of my printer driver, so I better take them out and read them. Like Councilwoman Lopez says, this is a really amazing day for downtown San Leandro, and it's been a long time coming. And not to say I've been counting, but it hasn't been 7 years, it's been over 8 years. And I like to joke that my daughter Maisie was learning to ride a bicycle when the CVS closed, and she just got her driver's license a few weeks ago or months ago. So it's a super exciting day. In 1961, Jane Jacobs published The Death and Life of the Great American City. And underpinning that premise was the notion that vibrant downtown cores have to have a high density of people with many different purposes: working, living, shopping, and socializing. And I would argue we can expand that today to making things, right? And she said at the time, if a downtown physical and built environment can't accommodate all of those purposes, it's going to fail. So what Centro Callan has today, it embodies the physical necessity for all of those purposes to happen in downtown. And that's not just good for our economy in terms of supporting local businesses and creating jobs, but it also makes our downtown safer. Because the more people we have on our downtown sidewalks, the safer we are. The more opportunity that people have to build social capital. And we talk about community resilience, but we rarely talk about social capital being required for community resilience, right? And Centro Callan creates that space, brings the people down to do that. And it does so in a really thoughtful and responsible way. I'm excited about what Centro Callan represents for our community. I'm appreciative of the Martin Group and of Justin Osler because they're really great partners. Last year, Justin joined the Downtown Community Benefit Board, and he's really bringing an expertise and an energy that is helping propel us forward in really bold and exciting ways. So this has been a long time coming. I can't wait to see you all here again soon when we take care of that place over there. So thank you all for your support in making this project happen.
And now our Community Development Director, Tom Liao.
Great. Thank you, Mayor Cutter. Can everybody hear me? Really well spoken, Morgan, like a true city planner. In fact, I think enough said. I'm going to just go to my speech, and you did such a good job, as did the council member Lopez and the mayor. But again, we're really excited to be here today, and really I'm here to just thank the team. Overall, of course, I want to thank the Mayor Cutter, Councilmember Lopez, and City Council for their ongoing support, and the prior City Councils just really staying with this important site. I also want to thank the Sanson Pacific Group and the Martin Group. We have Chip and Paul, and we have, of course, Justin Osler, who helped bring it over the finish line. This is a true example of a public and private partnership to me. I've had the opportunity to work on some really good projects, including the downtown tech campus and the housing, and that was one of the best public-private experiences, and I would rank this right up there with the cooperation and the initiative and proactivity of this development team. So thank you all again, and your partners and team as well. And so, but as you all know, it takes a village on the city side to complete this endeavor over many years. So I did just want to acknowledge, if I could, some of the important people that have been part of this from the beginning. So just want to acknowledge Katie Bowman, our Economic Development Manager from Economic Development. Economic Development has been a key partner with both the developers from the get-go as a kind of cheerleader and a liaison. I also want to thank Planning Manager Andrew Mogensen, for shepherding this through a very challenging, at times, zoning process, but making it as smooth as can be, especially on the environmental side. Our principal planner, Evelyn Schultz, who always keeps the big picture for our projects here in downtown and in the Bayfair and the TODs. And I also want to acknowledge our chief building official and his building team, Mike Jeffrey. Mike is so hands-on, both on site and in the office, and I know he worked closely with Justin and his team to get to this point. But I also wanted to acknowledge our senior permit tech, Lisa Silva Costa, who was the employee of the quarter for good reason, as you all know. And I also want to thank our TRB, our third party. In addition, another vital group was our engineering and transportation department. And I know my colleague Sheila Marquises could not be here today, but some of her team members I see senior engineer Dane Rogers. So thank you, Dane. Robert Magno I see too. I know Alfonso Sanchez. I don't see Alfonso, but he was here as well from engineering if he's here. And so again, thank you. And Philip Tosti, I know he's out today. Critical players. The city manager, Fran, as well. The city manager doesn't always get credit for this stuff, but Fran and the prior city managers also for their commitment to seeing this through. And also, again, unsung heroes, our city attorney's office, Rich Pierota, Alex Mogg, and their team for going through all the paperwork to make sure this is all good and legalized. So we're just excited to start this next chapter, and this is a really seminal project downtown, and thank you again. It's exciting to be here.
With that, we can do the groundbreaking unless Justin wants to say anything, or anyone from Sanson or Martin Group wants to say anything. I'm not, this is how mayors get put on the spot, come up and say whatever you want to say. There you go.
I'll just simply stand up here and say it really, as everybody said, it really does take a village. Yep. I'll just echo what everybody else said earlier. It really does take a village from partners at Sansom Pacific who put this deal together, carry through, our team, Will, Rana, Patrick, our partners who are in from Chile, Felipe 1 and Felipe 2, who are truly who have made this happen, as well as the city staff who stuck with us, whether it be early on in planning, going through our permitting process, which has been robust. It's been a large project, a lot of sheets, a lot of complicated coordination items, which has been great to work through together. And then through planning and city council support, both when we went up to city council and were approved, later when we were appealed and we worked through it with the group. So thank you all for all of your time and your efforts in making this happen today.